I'm Dawn Thorne. I'm one of the directors of the Windsor School of Textile Art. I teach City and Guilds courses throughout the year on certificate and diploma classes, and my colleague Amajit, she runs the advanced textile workshop for those that sort of want to continue and carry on. This project came to us through Southfield Park and asked if we wanted to take part in this sort of really exciting project that was going on around the country. And originally they were looking at individual textile artists. I think it's about 100 around the country were invited to take part. But as a textile school, we thought it appropriate that maybe the Windsor School of Textile Art could do it as a collaboration between myself and my colleague. We started our first workshops at the beginning of March, so we've had 5 workshops to come up with our banner over the course of just sort of Saturdays for 2.5-hour sessions. So it's been quite full on, but we've got there in the end. What's really good to sort of be involved in is actually this sort of community project with people coming together as all different age ranges as well as different skill levels, and teaching those who haven't probably sort of sewn before, as well as people who are sort of well-established makers themselves. So I think it's been really good to have that collaboration and all the different sort of people coming together, different women. It's actually sort of is the foundation for the suffragette movement. It's women coming together, which is exactly what we've done here, making the banner. Our banner is about women from the sort of 1918, when the women got the vote, to current day, 2018, and all the different types of women and different nationalities that all come together. And it's all about, we want our voices heard. So Hear Our Voice is what our banner's about. And it's on the banner itself, it shows sort of conversations and dialogues taking place from 1918 to 2018, right through that sort of time period. We looked at different styles of sort of hair, really, sort of, and also sort of iconic silhouettes that you may relate to sort of Victorian era right through to sort of current day. So it is all about women and sort of hearing our voice, hearing what we do have to say. We had to include the colours, so the violet, the green and the white within our banner. The other colour that we added was black because we thought that was very empowering and striking, and it set off the other colours really well. Taking part in such a, one momentous sort of example of women sort of across the country, not only in London, but you have them in other areas of the country as well, other cities. And there's lots of little workshops and other little things going on, in different locations. And I think to be part of that, knowing this is happening all at the same time, when it starts on the 10th of June, I think that's really exciting because it's coming together as one force. And I think that's really exciting, as well as the whole atmosphere and sort of camaraderie of being able to talk to like-minded sort of ladies who've also engaged in the workshops, and also hear their different experiences, both in the banner making and their own stories, maybe of people that they've connected with or people that they've known that had some connection with somebody who took part in the actual suffragette movement themselves. It is important because young women today and children in schools, sort of girls in schools, may not have actually had the background or the history or even know people that took part in it. Of people of my generation, they would have had maybe grandparents or great-grandparents that actually knew somebody or a family member that had some connection to the suffragette movement and understood what they went through to gain the vote. They did it to give women today the vote that they need and the voice that they need. And I think this is re-establishing and reaffirming, that sort of history aspect, and really that they should vote. Women fought to have the vote. They suffered quite considerably. Sort of were imprisoned as well. So I think this whole thing and the processions is also very educational as well. And I think it needs to be sort of always taught in schools because it's part of our history. And yet you do find sort of the younger generation actually not realising that what it was all about in the first place. So I think as a project it's very important. I think it's always good to support the community as well, and to support, you know, all levels, all walks of life. This is a perfect centre and a perfect setting for everybody to come together to do things like that. So it'd be good to see something like this again in the future.